Okay.
The way that Bogut is kind of obviously being physical, he's getting into guys. Does he remind you of anybody you played with, any one of your teammates that kind of gave teams a physical edge?
I think it's important on every, good team I played on. We had a big guy that handled, the grunt work, whether it be Charles Oakley, the Davis brothers in Indiana. Every team I played on, we had that type of guy. And it's good, clean, old-fashioned basketball. We're not a team that has that all throughout our lineup. That's our history. I think he gives us a different look. Great screens, protects the rim, playing with force, being physical. It really, it's inspiring, and it's great to have him healthy in the middle of all the other stuff that we do. It certainly makes a difference.
With Denver going small, was there some concern that Andrew might not be able to keep the pace of this, and has he pleasantly surprised you?
Well, that was concern before game one. They're the best fast-breaking team in basketball, and it was a concern with all of our guys. And then, obviously, there's more of a concern with Bogut because that's what they do. Whether it's Fareed at the 5 or Kufis or McGee, those guys run. They run, and they're great at it. So we had to make a conscious effort. And one thing about Bogut, he understands what it's going to take to win. And along with all of our guys, if we don't run back, we're in trouble. So being tied together, he's done it, and we've done it.
And this YouTube generation, does it take a special guy to stick your nose in there on dunks, to protect the rim when somebody's going up there for a dunk?
It's not normal, but it takes a guy that's trying to make the right play and trying to win and could care less. And he certainly has a history of not being afraid to get dunked on. He's going to contest shots. And I think what has happened is that mentality becomes contagious because Festus he's gaining that. He doesn't have it. He gets out of there every now and then, but when he does, Bogut is the first one to go to him, and the other guys let him know. So he's had an impact across the board.
Denver came into this series with a lot of people talking about how much they score and how much they like to run. You guys feel pretty confident through 3 games here that you can do that game, you can play that game and play it well?
That's our only chance. We allow them to run. If we allow them to, do the things that they've, done all season long to the tune of winding up the number 3 seed, it's proven that, they're an excellent team. All we're trying to do is put ourselves in position to win this series. That's a heck of a team, and it's not, 24 minutes or 48 minutes. We're trying to beat them 4 times, and it takes being consistent with the details.
How frustrating is it as a team, when an opponent is shooting at the rate you guys are shooting? And George Karl felt last night, he felt pretty content with the way his team played. You guys just the way you shot the ball.
What do you want me to say?
When an opponent is doing that to you, though, it seems like George Karl just didn't really have an answer to how you guys are shooting.
That's Coach Karl. That's him. I can't put myself in his seat.
How much do you expect Steph to practice really the rest of the series?
Well, we don't have much practice time anyway. And when we do, we break stuff down and we get up shots. I think this time of year is not important to be in here beating each other up in practice. So I don't expect him to do much other than getting up shots anyway.
Pretty much treatment for him.
Pretty much treatment, and when he wants to, get his shots up. But I don't need him. It's almost the wilt. I don't need him today.
Did you got to emphasize to your team to put these guys away now, or do they?
It's 2-1. It's 2-1. It's too early to start talking, put them away. We've got too much respect for them. It's a heck of a team. It's about winning the next one, and that's our mindset.
I can't believe you let her take off the race.
I learned very early. He's very slick with his. So he picks and chooses the time in which he thinks I'm not looking. So when I found out, he was already running up and down the court. And I kept a sharper eye on him just to make sure that he was fine. And when he made his first shot, I wanted to go take the other one off.
It seems like you got a few stunners on this team. Festus took off his brakes last minute. Are they just defying you right now?
No, I mean I've lost control of this team. I've lost control of these guys, man. I admit it. The first step is admitting it.
Mark, who stepped up the most, you feel like, since David's been out? Has it been Harrison, who clearly has had two arguably of his best games of the year?
I really think they've done it collectively. I think Bogut has been, great. I think Draymond Green has come off the bench, been a spark plug. I think Carl Landry has been very good. That's why we got him. I think my perimeter guys, and then Festus also, and then Harrison has put together 3 very good basketball games where I've asked him to do a lot, and he certainly has elevated his game from regular season to postseason.
Did they do anything different on Clay last game?
No. Overall, it wasn't a Clay type game, and one thing you got to realize, I'm watching the game last night, asking him to do a lot. He's got Lawson and he's got Miller. It takes its toll on you at times. And it didn't hit me till last night watching the game again. But he's a guy that's going to play big for us. He's going to get his looks. So I'm not concerned about that at all.
Did Jarrett